Forms are a big part of any user interface. The default styling, however, the one generated by the browser, doesn't look so good. That's why developers almost always style them somehow. However, one thing they tend to forget is to style the hover and focus states of the text inputs. Doing this properly will create a good-looking form and also improve the user experience. So let me show you how you can do that by experimenting on some text inputs and a text area. This is what we're working with, 3 text inputs and a text area. So in our text editor, we have the simple HTML and our CSS. So let's begin by creating kind of a reset for our text input and text area. So I'm going to say input type text and text area. Let's begin by setting a border, 1 pixel solid, kind of a light gray. Then we're going to set a border radius of 3 pixels. Let's set the outline to none, just to get rid of that blue halo that appears in Chrome. Maybe add a bit of padding, say 0.5 ems. And that's about it. Let's check out the result. This is it. Let's also position the labels above the form controls. So we're going to say label display block. And now let's focus on the hover state. So we're going to say input type text and text area, both of these with the hover state. Let's begin by setting a box shadow. We're going to say 0 for X, 0 for Y, 3 pixels for blur, and let's give it a color, kind of a blue color, something like this, 116, 185, 239, and opacity 100%. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, that's not too bad. But remember, since we also need a focus state, let's lower the opacity to about 0.5 and also add a transition. So we're going to say transition. We're going to transition the box shadow. Let's say 0.2 seconds, ease in, out. Okay. Let's also add this transition to the main state, the initial state of the elements here, so that when you move your mouse away, it also fades. It also uses the same transition. All right. So now for the focus state, I'm just going to copy these real quick. Okay, on focus, we're going to do the same box shadow. In fact, let's copy this real quick. Box shadow, same properties, but opacity will be 1, which is 100%. And also, let's add a border color of 74 B9 EF. Let's check it out. So that is the hover and focus. And there you go. That's a very simple way of styling these form elements. Now, of course, you can do much more, like adding background colors and even more effects, but keep in mind that most of the time you just have to keep it simple.